We did get John Cena last night, Bully, and imagine being John Cena, Bully, where for 2 decades you're a babyface. And for 2 decades, you're getting Cena sucks chants and crowds are hijacking your promos. Then you turn heel because for 2 decades you got heat and hate from the WWE Universe. You turn heel, and then no matter how hard you try, you get nothing but love from the WWE Universe. It's bizarro world when it comes to somebody like John Cena. Case in point, what we heard from the WWE Universe last night in Vegas.
What was bizarro about it to you?
Again, just he's trying as hard as he can to get those fans to boo him, and he just can't do it.
Wrestling fans these days, as they become more educated, can see the force feed from a mile away. Even if those are WWE fans who, they talk about the minority of people, they're not on social media. I don't know if I subscribe to that as much as it's forced down my throat. Let's go all the way back to 2016 when Vince tried to force Roman down our throats and it did not work. So 9-10 years later, fans are even more educated to the product and they want John Cena to be the bad guy, but nope, we ain't going to let it happen. You want him to be the bad guy? Screw you. We want to like him and love him. He just broke Ric Flair's record. Why do I hate him? It goes back to my Triple H theory from back in the day when he was a talent, right? Triple H looked cool, hung out with Ric Flair, had a great finisher, had great entrance music, had great lighting, blah blah blah. Everything about Triple H reeked of cool. Why do I hate you?
Do you think Randy Orton is the perfect person to get the fans to turn on John Cena?
There was a great pop for the RKO, great pop for Randy sliding in. Let's see what happens the next time they're in the ring together. Tremendous history between the two. We can't go just... If anybody has a chance to, yes, it's going to be Randy. We haven't seen Randy in the world title picture for a long, long time now.
I'm glad you brought that up because obviously all of this has been about the 17-time world champion John Cena. And then Michael Cole reminded everybody that Randy Orton is a 14-time world champion. So they made it about the championship. You're right, there's a history there. But they really made it about, hey, don't forget, Randy Orton is a 14-time world champion. Now, who knows? Maybe Randy Orton, the next time we hear from him, is like, hey, maybe I want to chase that record. Now that John Cena broke Ric Flair's record, maybe I want to now break it from John Cena since we know he's saying goodbye come December 2025. And maybe before this year is up, we're going to see Randy Orton 15-time world champion.
How does that lend to your theory about making Cody Rhodes the biggest babyface in the company once John leaves?
I don't know, and I don't know if it can. I don't know if it can.
Do you think that there was a significant amount of damage done to Cody at WrestleMania?
I think there was damage. How significant, we don't know until the next time we see Cody Rhodes. But I think there was damage done to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. I just don't know how much yet. But now you got Randy Orton.
Do you feel like Cody Rhodes was a main eventer unless Rocky, Roman, and Cena were around? Then he was just part of the main eventer's story?
No, I think he was a main eventer. I think having him debut against Seth Rollins in the series of matches he had with Seth Rollins, the injury that he came back from, I think Cody was a main eventer.
Fair
I think
enough.
Cody is a main eventer. And Cody will be a main eventer moving forward. I just think right now after losing that title, and probably Listen, Bully, I said it on Busted Open many times. Like, I knew Cody was losing the title at WrestleMania 41. It's just a bad taste in the way that they did it. But, Bully, you know, the further we get away from Vegas, it's not going to be as significant. Like, you're going to forget how it happened. You're just going to remember that it happened and who was the guy who took the title away. I think the Travis Scott and all that stuff, the further we get away from it, it's going to be a memory. Because, Bully, I don't think we're ever going to see Travis. I would doubt we're ever going to see Travis Scott again. Travis Scott was a part of this. They used this song as the theme to WrestleMania. I highly doubt we'll see Travis Scott again after what we saw on Sunday.
The next time I want to see Travis Scott in the middle of a WWE ring is at night 1 or night 2 of SummerSlam when he's standing across from me in a slap fight.
Yeah, that's it. And the chances of that happening are slim, so I don't think we're going to see him again.
Was that a fat joke?
No, but it's interesting that you took it that way. But all right, but now we have Randy Orton. It's Randy Orton. You know, we talked about the history of Randy Orton, and depending how this goes, maybe by the time we get to the end of the year and Cody Rhodes is attempting to win this championship back, maybe it's not against John Cena. Maybe it's against Randy Orton, Bully.
And the story with Cody and Randy is there, and it's always been there, and we've talked about it for a long time. We even talked about it last year at WrestleMania as Orton being a potential guy for Cody. You know, Cody was, you know, a young guy that Randy took under his wing, and he helped out a lot. So the backstory is there, the footage is there, the promos are there, the everything is there. We could definitely go to it.
I actually think it may be what we see at WrestleMania 42 if we're looking ahead a year from now, because Randy Orton at the drop of a dime could be the biggest babyface or he could be the biggest heel. And he really has a great way of getting the fans to buy into whatever character he's playing. It's not a John Cena situation. If he wants to be hated, he'll be hated.
Here's the messed up, or I don't know the right word to describe it, Dave. Here's the odd thing about Cody and Cena for me. I don't need to see Cody Rhodes beat John Cena.
You don't?
I really don't. I don't have it in me right now where I'm like, wow, I can't wait to see Cody come back and beat John.
I'm with you. I'm a Bully. It's crazy. It's such a good point by you, Bully, because I'm the biggest Cody fan there is. John Cena just beat Cody Rhodes for his 17th World Heavyweight Championship. Yet I don't nearly hate John Cena as much as I should, even though we're 48 hours removed from him taking that World Championship off of Cody Rhodes.
And the only reason we hated John Cena in the first place is because he was standing in the same ring as The Rock. And we thought he was aligning himself with The Rock.
Bully, you are so right, and I've been saying it even this morning. The man I hate is The Rock. That's the guy. Wouldn't you say the biggest heel in the story for Cody capturing the championship at WrestleMania 40 was The Rock?
Yes.
And think about this. You want to talk about a narcissist? Let's talk about The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, for a second. In the story of WrestleMania 40, he was the heel even more so than Roman Reigns. But what was The Rock able to do? Get a pinfall victory on Cody night 1 of WrestleMania 40. Then The Rock inserts himself into the story with Cena for WrestleMania 41. And then when it comes time to get the receipt, he's nowhere to be found. I mean, if that's not the definition of a narcissist, I don't know what is. I really don't.
As of right now, the last time Rock was in a wrestling match, he pinned Cody Rhodes.
That's right.
There's anybody I want to see Cody get his receipt or his comeuppance on, it's The Rock. And
he's the mastermind.
All we needed to do, and then Rock is going to come back and he's going to say, I was the mastermind. I put Travis Scott down there, blah, 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 blah. Could they get back to it? Sure they can. But if there was anybody that should have screwed Cody Rhodes over at WrestleMania, it should have been The Rock. And nobody can tell me differently. Any of the big brains that are smarter than me would be like, no, blah, 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 blah. No, I disagree. It should have been The Rock.
When it comes to Randy, you're going to get a lot of history between Randy and John Cena. You're going to see Randy chasing that 15th World Championship, which I find very, very interesting as well. Where do you think the fans are going to align themselves with, Bully? Are they going to align themselves with Cena or Randy Orton?
It's a hard question based on last night. Last night, before Randy Orton came into the ring, were they cheering or booing Cena?
They were cheering Cena.
So then Randy Orton comes into the ring and you get an RKO. Orton and Cena, significant history. Orton and Cena both been there for, 20 years, whatever it's been. People love Randy right now. People also love what John just did. Now, maybe what John just did is going to wear off. He won the championship. He beat Ric Flair's record, which there was absolutely no pomp and circumstance given to. Okay, John Cena 17. Yep, okay, moving on. I think the next time we see John and Randy in the ring is going to be indicative. I don't know where the alliance of the people will be as of last night because I heard two different things at two different times. I heard John Cena try to be a heel and the people say, screw you, we're going to cheer you anyway. And then I heard them cheer for Randy Orton.
We got 8 months. We got 8 months until John Cena says goodbye. These 8 months are going to be huge. And I think, obviously, John Cena is going to have a big match at SummerSlam at MetLife Stadium come August. I mean, they're going to have 2 nights at MetLife Stadium for SummerSlam this year. I mean, we just saw them go into a stadium for 1 night. This is going to be the first 2-night SummerSlam at a stadium. So I'm sure, who knows, maybe that's when we see John Cena versus Randy Orton for that championship. And can Randy Orton capture that 15th championship? And who knows, maybe when it's all said and done, it's going to be Randy Orton that has the most championships in WWE history.